So, today, we got this article that came out. Democrats release Epstein records mentioning Musk, Bannon, Thiel, and Prince Andrew. I love that every time Prince Andrew gets mentioned, people are just like he's the one that no one, everybody knows he did some shit, allegedly. And they're just like, yeah. Just push Prince Andrew off to the side for a second. We're dealing with the other people. We know that motherfucker did some stuff. But these guys, we need to concentrate on these guys because these guys are somehow getting away with this. Okay. A breakfast appointment with MAGA leader Steve Bannon, a planned lunch with billionaire Peter Thiel, a mention of billionaire Elon Musk potentially coming to the island with the notation, "Is this still happening?" So that's all. Actually, you can see that. I have this queued up. This is the actual document here that they're talking about. And you can see, it has a tentative breakfast with Bill Gates, Ron Barron, and Josh Harris. He played for the Steelers. Sorry, Josh Harris. You've got Saturday, December 6th. This is all 2014, too. By the way, this is well after dude was convicted in 2009. We've got a Gregory Riches on holiday in Aruba. We got Elon Musk to Island, December 6th, right before Christmas, guys. I've got a lot of really, really, really bad jokes that I'm just not going to make. But they involve his father in some recent news and what he would want for Christmas. You guys make your own jokes. I'm not that bad of a person. I'm not going to do it. So yeah, you've got this document over there. Let's get that off. Oh no, I just got rid of something. Oh no, I don't know what I just clicked off. Anyways, Democrats on the House Oversight Committee released documents on September 26th from Jeffrey Epstein's estate that mention a number of high-profile figures, including Musk, Thiel, Bannon, Prince Andrew, and Microsoft founder Bill Gates. It should be clear to every American that Jeffrey Epstein was friends with some of the most powerful and wealthiest men in the world, said Oversight spokesperson Sarah Guerrero, adding, Oversight Democrats will not stop until we identify everyone complicit in Epstein's heinous crimes. The 6 pages of documents released by Democrats include parts of Epstein's daily schedule in 2014, 17, and 19, a flight manifest from 2000 with Epstein and Prince Andrew's names on it, and a ledger that twice lists massages for Andrew in 2000. They are a small fraction of the 8,544 records in the third batch the Oversight Committee has received from Epstein's estate, which includes phone message logs, copies of flight logs, Epstein's daily schedules, and copies of ledgers documenting cash transactions. And something that's really important to point out right here is that all of this stuff is coming from the Epstein estate. These are not files that are coming here because of Donald Trump. These are files that are coming here because of the Epstein estate. When we talked about Trump being removed from the power list, that was from a hack into Ghislaine Maxwell's Yahoo Mail email account. Almost everything that we are learning about right now has absolutely nothing, and I do mean nothing, to do with Donald Trump releasing any of these files. In fact, just recently, when Sprague, or whatever that supposed Department of Justice guy, got honeypotted and spoke on camera about Trump covering up for people and Clinton being involved in flights with children, they immediately denied that happened. They immediately came out and said that guy worked there 15 years ago. He doesn't know shit. We don't know who he is. And by the way, like I said before, we have to take all of this with a grain of salt. We don't know who is clout chasing. We don't know who is full of shit. We don't know who has vendettas. But when you take the greater amount of evidence surrounding all of these things and you start piling it up, this is a fucking mountain of evidence against the most powerful people, not just in our country, but in multiple places on the globe, right? So when they talk about 8,544 records in the third batch from the Oversight Committee, they received it from the Epstein's estate, I want people to remember, the birthday book didn't come from Trump's administration. The emails didn't come from Trump's administration. Nothing of any real pertinence up to this point has been released by the Trump administration. Everything is coming from outside sources. The GOP-controlled committee's official X account accused Democrats of selectively releasing records. This is old news, the committee wrote. It's sad how Democrats are conveniently withholding documents that contain the names of Democratic officials. Once again, they are putting politics over victims. Okay, why aren't Republicans releasing that? What do they mean? The Democrats are suppressing Democratic names. Bill Gates is right there. Bill Clinton was mentioned in the Sprague video. We said it over and over and over again. If they have information and they're like, the Democrats are keeping the Democrat names out of it, you're posting right now. You're literally posting. You could just be like, here's the fucking name. Thomas Massie is a Republican. Thomas Massie has been saying names. Thomas Massie named a Republican billionaire donor. Thomas Massie named the head of a bank and a magician. I'm going to just keep mentioning that till we find out. All right? What do you mean? It's fucking insane. Like that anybody believes this shit. I can't fucking...
I love the poorly educated.
We are releasing them all soon, the committee added of the new batch of records. They keep saying that. They do keep saying that. Epstein died by suicide in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. The Trump administration's handling of the documents related to the Epstein case has caused an uproar, including a push by members of Congress to obtain the records. House Oversight Committee House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer of Kentucky issued a subpoena for the records related to Epstein from the Justice Department on August 5th, after a bipartisan group of lawmakers on the panel voted in favor of the measure in July. The first batch of records was received earlier this month, which was nothing. Like they said, 97% of this. Also, what happened to the subpoena of the Clintons? I'm not here to take sides. I'm saying... what happened? I thought we were subpoenaing the Clintons. Once again, swept under the rug. Why? Because Trump is friends with the Clintons. Like, it's not this fucking hard. I still don't understand how this is fucking not bipartisan. I'm not even talking about politicians. I'm talking about as voters. But I do understand because Trump supporters are in a fucking cult. And they're brainwashed. Democrats on September 8th released a copy of a lewd birthday letter to Jeffrey Epstein that they say shows the signature of President Donald Trump, a note he has denied writing. The letter shows Trump's purported message to Epstein inside the outline of a child's body with the president's signature mimicking pubic hair. Epstein pled guilty in Florida state court in 2008 to one count each of soliciting minors for prostitution and soliciting prostitutes. Well, also, because of the fact that we saw the Ghislaine Maxwell emails that were just leaked, we also know that she helped to get those charges reduced to, or had advised him to ask for these certain charges or ones that were different that seemed less. He served 13 months in jail and registered as a sex offender. And he allegedly also abused somebody while out on work release during his time in prison. He was arrested again in 2019 on sex trafficking charges. The records released September 26 by Democrats indicate Epstein had a tentative breakfast scheduled with Gates on December 5th, 2014. They also show a 7 a.m. breakfast scheduled with Bannon on February 16th, 2019. And a noon lunch scheduled with Thiel on November 27, 2017. I'm going to continue to point out this is long after dude had been convicted of molesting a 14-year-old. Bannon was creating a series of videos with Epstein to help him on his comeback tour during this time. Bannon was White House chief strategist during the early part of Trump's first term. The co-founder of PayPal, Thiel, has donated to conservative causes, including heavy contributions to Vice President J.D. Vance's 2022 U.S. Senate race. Under the date December 6, 2014, Epstein's schedule states, reminder, Elon Musk to island December 6th. Is this still happening? Musk responded on social media to a post that included a screen grab of an article saying he planned a trip to Epstein's private island with "This is false." We'll see about that. Bannon, Musk, and Thiel did not immediately respond to requests for comment by USA Today. Gates and Prince Andrew have said they regret spending time with Epstein. The Wall Street Journal and the New York Times previously reported that Thiel scheduled meetings with Epstein. He told the Wall Street Journal in 2023, "I was rather naive and I didn't think enough about what Epstein's agenda might have been." That's just so crazy. NBC reported earlier this year that Bannon met with Epstein in 2019 to film interviews for a documentary that was never released. Musk told Vanity Fair in 2019 that he visited Epstein at his house in Manhattan years before for about 30 minutes. "We did not see anything inappropriate at all, apart from the weird art," Musk said. "He tried repeatedly to get me to visit his island. I declined." Doesn't sound like you did. Prince Andrew stepped away from public duties as a royal in 2019 amid the fallout from his relationship with Epstein. His reputation was tarnished by a sex abuse lawsuit filed by Virginia Giuffre, who accused the second son of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip of sex trafficking her as a teenager. The abuse lawsuit was settled in February of 2022 for an undisclosed total and a substantial donation to Giuffre's charity. And we all know that Giuffre, of course, recently, took her own life. We believe, at least, that is what happened. So, this is what Trump said. This is so fucking insane. This is what Trump said. "I never had the privilege of going to his island, and I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island." Just you're being invited to the dude's island says a lot about who the fuck you are. Like, that's so crazy. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out that video on the screen now.